Glory be to God. My name is Rashad Johnson. I'm making this video because the video that you're about to witness is a past event. Today's date is October 24th, 2025. The videos that you're witnessing at this moment is in 2024. Now, my journey started in 2016, which I do have a testimony series if you would like to know more about me and where I came from and giving my life over to the Lord and why God chose me. And when I say He chose me to document my journey with my wife. During this journey, God done blessed me. He done taught me. I done learned how to cast out demons. I learned how to be righteous. I learned how to love. I learned how to become a new person through the Word of God. But when it comes to my wife, God had us go through trials and tribulations to build me up. I had to go through some spiritual warfare. I had videos that dates back to 2019 with me and my wife when we got married. And the first year we was married. And the spiritual warfare attacks happened that suddenly, where I noticed a lot of the stuff that I'm going through is not normal. It didn't make sense. There was no logic. There was lies and manipulation and deceivingness coming from my wife. A woman that loved God, that worked at the church, that was prayer lines and Bible study, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I was already gave my life to the Lord. Me and my wife, before we got married, we didn't have sex. We didn't live with each other until we moved in. So I was following the instructions that my God, Lord, Christ gave me from a previous marriage before my wife that I'm with right now. But what y'all gonna witness in these videos is how I overcame, how I been doing the will of God. There is video, actual footage of arguments of me and my wife and her acting out in spiritual warfare, attacking me. But a lot of my videos is just me talking to you over the phone, giving you a rundown of a spiritual argument that I just had. Now, I didn't want to post my life over to social media and Facebook, but God was putting this on my spirit to do. And I fought with God. I didn't want to do this because I love my wife. I'm in love with my wife. And like I said, I didn't want people in my personal life. But come to find out, and when I realized this is bigger than me and my wife, this is bigger than me and my wife. It's for everybody out there that's watching these videos that God done guided to watch these videos. It's just a lot of my videos may not even be talking about my wife. I done had spiritual arguments with being attacked by the enemy with co-workers that I really did have relationships with, that I truly loved. My children, my siblings, my sisters, my father, my mother. I've been attacked from all angles, from my finances, my name being slurred. I done had curses put on me. And God had to teach me how to fight spiritually. I had to learn how to rebuke and bind, declare, decree and declare. I had to learn how to recognize these demons and their tactics and how they fight. What causes a person to allow the demon into to controlling them? The Bible's crystal clear. I do back up a lot what I say with the Bible verses in the videos. This is not about, let me show you my life in drama. This is showing you how God is maneuvering and how great our God is. He used me and my family, but he mainly used me to do his will, which is my purpose. Even though today, October 24th, 2025, my story is not done. My wife and I are in a divine separation where God had to separate us to correct things to get me and my wife equally yoked. And she been through some things. I haven't spoken to her, but you will see how God brings us back together. You just got to watch the videos in order. It's a lot of videos. It's a lot of videos. This is not a quick story. This is a teaching moment. God tells me what to say, what to put. He done use prophets to reach out to me and tell me what's going on with my wife or what to expect, how to fight the enemy. Like, it was people that I was underneath that went on the journey before me that is giving me the wording to understand what I'm going through and how to fight the enemy. But when you watch these videos, you will see the miracles, you will see the breakthroughs, you will see things that I said that took place with me that God told me this is not going to stand, and it did not stand. A lot of y'all may be going through spiritual warfare and don't even know it. A lot of y'all may be separated from your spouses and your loved ones, or you may not be talking to your loved ones or your mothers or your fathers or co-workers, and you think that it's just normal. No, you're being attacked. This is spiritual warfare. I talk about everything. And like I said, I use the biblical Bible verses to back up everything I'm saying. So I'm not going to make this too long. Continue to watch these videos in order. They are numbered from episode 1 to episode 300 and whatever. But watch how the story plays out. And like I said, if you want to reach me, my email is in the description. If you want to know more about me and my journey, go look up my testimony series. I love y'all, and I'm out. Glory be to God. It's May 25th, 2024. Little quick recap what's going on. So, like I said, when the enemy's using my wife, it don't allow me to speak to her. So yesterday she hit me with some accusations about what transpired the day that I went to jail, and I responded back, and I noticed that she didn't get the text messages. So I scheduled them to pop up today, and on our way back home, she seen the text messages, which probably triggered that enemy to come out. Next thing you know, she's changing. You know, she's making it seem like she went to jail and it was my cause. I never called the police on my wife. Never. And y'all got the video to see it. With her, she called the police on me. And then she made it seem like, well, the cops felt that I was the more aggressor based off whatever story that she gave them compared to mine. And they're always, you know, in the state of California, they're always going to side with the woman, even though it was no factual proof. The way she made it seem like I choked her out and I just magically just started choking her. And I did it over I'm choosing my son over her. Which, I done said millions of times and done told her millions of times, and she continues to repeat it, that I choose my son over her, which is a lie, and I never choked her out. The problem is when she tried to bite me, I was wrapped like this around her, and that's how her lip had that lacerations, but it was never no full cut, no swollen. And because I asked her, I said, well, how did I choke you? Did I choke you with both hands or one hand? Did I put you in a headlock? Like, what did I do to choke you? See, in her mind, her trying to bite me from behind, and she's in front of me, she thinks I'm trying to choke her. I'm like, how am I trying to choke you? Because if I was able to choke you, that would have been the end. You wouldn't even been able to move, that it escalated to go into the bathroom and everything else if I was choking you. But hey, that's here and there. You know, we got to deal with it now with the financial part of it, paying back $4,000 of money that we did not have, you know, because of the bail bond that she put for to have for I could come back and go to work, which I should have never went to jail in the first place. But I tried to tell her last night, she was on the funny stuff, and I'm like, well, today I'm gonna have her sit down, my son sit down, tell them what's about to happen and what we're gonna do going forward, because now, you know, she's back to, you know, I've been trying to tell people, if she wants to divorce, she's free to leave. Ain't nobody holding her hostage. Her reasoning now is it's not gonna be good financially for her. And I'm like, you make good money to be out on your own. You got family members that you done spent weeks at. Weeks. One time you was gone for a half a month, almost a whole month, and I didn't know where you was at. So why you can't turn back to them? Since I'm this abusing, aggressor husband of yours, you're free to leave. You're free to get the divorce. You're not. But what the enemy wants to do, it wants to torment me. It wants to hurt me. Like I said, I don't find it no cause for me to put in the divorce, but a woman could put the divorce in. It says it in the Bible. If she wants to leave, you let her leave. No problem. But when she keeps saying, she keeps referring, oh, you want to do what the Bible says. You don't want to just go put the, why I got to put the divorce in? I don't want a divorce. I want my family. I want my wife. If you want a divorce, follow through. Go put the papers in and follow through. If I'm this bad of a husband, so every time I hit her with some truth, she goes to something different. And then it was, oh, I'm better than your baby mamas. Who said I never compared you to them. I never compared you. So why are you bringing them up? It goes from one thing to the next thing, to the point she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk. She don't want to communicate. She said, I just want to enjoy my day. I said, okay, that's fine. But this conversation will be had with me, you, and my son. And I will tell him what he needs to do. And if he ain't trying to do it, then you're out. See, this don't got nothing to do with, I need my son to stay here. I want him to live here. No. If you can't follow directions, you need to be gone. But what you ain't going, when it comes to my wife, we're not putting him out for no reason. There's no reason for you to want to put him out. There was no reason before we left for our trip. It didn't really start until this Mother's Day card and you hearing whatever he was saying to his mother about the whole situation. So she feels like, well, if he got some mother, he need to go live with his mama. I already know he can't go live with his mom, but hey, if that's where he got to go, he got to go. But we're not going to just kick him out because you was in your feelings about something. And what he was saying was true, because I said the same thing, and he was repeating the same thing that I said to you, that he overheard me saying to you about you feel entitled. You want to be celebrated for every little thing you do. Same woman, every job she gets, she 42 years old, every new job she gets, she got to display it on social media. I don't see a lot of females in their 40s getting new jobs and always displaying it. but that's here and there. But when I do this conversation, I will have the phone in my pocket so everybody can hear what's being said and how it's being said, because I'm not gonna be put out there that I just was yelling and screaming when I don't. Yeah, I might have to try to talk over people because they're trying to talk over me and they're not listening or not allowing me to talk. Yeah, so your voice does raise when you're trying to talk over somebody else, but I'm gonna record it and y'all see.